Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. It's a piece of shit, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what game it comes from, but it's an interesting piece. Nonetheless, let's see if we can make it turn up a treat. It's getting hot in my fucking vest. I'm just wearing my lovely Everlast New York City vest. I'm starting to get hot now. I get hot when I do my demos. So let's see how we go with this piece of shit. Okay, let's see how we go with this. Let's see, it is. I don't know what game this is. An interesting one. I don't play games, folks. I don't have a social life anymore. But it's just a load of shit. I don't like games. I don't like the way people typically at church just want to play board games or play sort of social building activities like games and shit. I find it quite boring. I never liked it. I never fitted into that community, that game playing community aesthetic that my so-called peers liked. They tried to encourage me to play games, and I just don't like games. I just want to talk. And that's the thing. I wish I could have married my partner Luigi when I was young, because then I wouldn't have felt a need to fit in to a social group that never fitted me. I really hate games, board games. So basically, when I used to, I emphasise, go to church or fellowship, Christian community, we used to often have nights like get-togethers, and we used to play games. Like, there were some favourite games we used to have. We had Scattergories, Trivial Pursuit, to name a couple. I forgot what other ones we had. We also used to have what was called regressive and progressive dinners. I forgot what those are. And we also had this silly game called the Car Rally on Foot. I don't know how that worked either, but I never enjoyed games. And I just felt I wanted to talk. I didn't want to just play games. I didn't want to just be distracted by fucking boring games. And they just used to make me feel, they tried to make me feel guilty that I don't know what they were thinking, whether they were thinking I was being antisocial, not joining in and not wanting to join in and not just wanting to be me and be me. Talk, not fucking play games. Have intellectual discussions, And Luigi was that kind of guy. Not like these stupid others that love to play games and to fucking make you feel guilty if you weren't being social enough, being properly social. They made you feel guilty, and they made you feel like you were not one of the crowd, one of the group. They made you feel like you had to feel guilty. And it's supposed to be church and fellowship, for fuck's sake. I thought Christians were meant to be nice. I thought Christians were meant to be kind and nice and friendly. Not fucking expecting you to have peer group pressure. Peer group pressure belongs in the school. And that's another area of hatred. School. I got teased and bullied at school, but I also got teased and bullied at church or fellowship. So I never fitted in with the environment. I never fitted in with the social side of things. Now I wonder which of the three we're going to utilise. I think we're going to use that one. So yeah, they made me feel guilty, and they made me feel less of a person. And I ended up not marrying Luigi because those people at school and church made me feel unattractive and insignificant. And now I have to live with them, with what they've done to me. And I'm lonely, I'm suffering from loneliness, chronic loneliness, not just loneliness, folks. Chronic loneliness. I don't have any friends. I don't have anyone to talk to anymore. I don't have a friend. I don't have a soulmate. I have been left on my own, and eventually these so-called Christians dumped me because they just couldn't tolerate me talking, and because I had problems, and these problems were so big that they obviously couldn't deal with it much longer. So they dumped me. They dumped me, folks, like I was a piece of trash. That they, just because they couldn't tolerate my neediness. But that would not have happened if I had been with Luigi. So I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9 to put to bed where Luigi is, and I want to take him to bed when I get married, but that's another story. I still, even though I am browned off with the church, I do still hold my Christian values, even as an unchurched Christian. I don't go to church anymore. I feel church is a place of judgment, and I just haven't got the any patience with them anymore. These people who are just so fucking judgmental. And I thought Christians were not supposed to judge, but they do. They don't seem to care that they're hurting your feelings. So I don't. They think the Christian culture encourages people to be how should I put it, to not be passionate, to be passionless. If you're passionate about something, like I'm passionate about photocopiers, for example, they label you a heathen, an unbeliever. You're not a Christian. You're not a real Christian if you love to play with photocopiers like I do. So that really browns me off, folks. That really makes me angry. That makes me see red. And I don't believe in that shit anymore. So I don't fucking give them the satisfaction to judge. So I don't go to church. I believe in the Easter and the Christian message. I'm not just calling myself a nominal Christian, just a label. It's not a label. I take it very seriously, like the so-called Christians that I'm criticising here. But I don't go to church. That's the difference. I don't hang out with a community. I don't have a community. I live on my own. I'm a lone wolf. And my so-called Christian friends dumped me nearly 19 years ago. So I give them a fucking middle finger. Thanks for nothing, bitches. And you don't like my foul language? You think it's ungodly? Go fuck yourselves. I'm angry. I have every right to be angry, and I have every right to be foul-mouthed. So go fuck yourselves, you fucking stupid fucking churchies. The fucking church is a piece of shit. I don't like church. I don't like the culture. I'll only start going to church if I go with Luigi, who also shares my passion for photocopiers. So I need to be with him, and it's up to Channel 9 to put this hoodoo to bed. So to speak, there's that word again, to bed, that phrase. So, but let's see how we go with this piece of shit. But I hate games. I just want to talk. And Luigi's the kind of person that's like, he'll talk for hours and he'll enjoy himself. And that's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.